Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook live stream after a long while. It's really my pleasure to come to this live stream. Dear viewers, if you can hear me, can you please confirm in the comment section that you can hear me? Hello, Ravi Jaswal. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. This is my first, after a while, a test live stream through Facebook as well as through the YouTube live broadcast. Okay. And Ravi has a question, how it is possible. What are you asking, Ravi? Your question is not clear to me. Hello, Kaiser. Welcome. I'm doing great. Thank you very much for joining. So thank you very much, guys. If you would like to join me, you're welcome. I'll be happy to talk to you. So it's Saturday morning, our local time is 11:13 a.m., which is the UK time, and obviously I'm making this live stream from my home. Okay. Robbie, I'm not sure about your question. How can you do live stream? So I haven't completed a 1K subscriber. I don't know. How can it is possible? That's my question as well, Let me see if it is allowing me or not. It is allowing me or not. Okay, it is allowing me. Right. Okay. Kaiser has a question, how to improve vocabulary and conversation. All right, Kaiser, that's a very common question. Sometimes you need to read a lot. And obviously, by reading a lot, by reading different kinds of topics, will enable you learn those words. I always suggest other people, to read newspaper, because newspaper is the combination of different kinds of words, and obviously in the newspaper you'll find the news about the politics, number one, and after that corruption, then sports, football, cricket, and then obviously job, obviously any crisis like COVID-19, vaccination, and death rate, how it is working, and the people who are taking. And after that, obviously obituary, death news, and unemployment or employment news. And after that, you are going to get information like job opportunities, as I mentioned, and weather, global warming, rain or forecast, geography, history, culture, heritage, lots of things. And I believe that if you ever study, any kind of newspaper, if you buy it, you're going to, learn a lot of things. But there is another big problem here. The problem is that even though you're studying, how many words an adult can learn in a day? That's the biggest question. Recently, I was studying and reading one of the research paper published by one of the American linguistics, where it has shown that a maximum on an average we get only we can have the capacity of learning 12 vocabulary in 24 hours, because human brain has limitation, and human brain can remember things if we don't practice it. So if you learn, my suggestion is in between 8 to 12 words every day. Definitely you're going to improve your vocabulary skill. And also I always suggest learners, make sure whenever you learn something, you know what kind of parts food it is. Okay, what kind of parts of speech. Sorry, my tongue is getting twisted. So for example, I'm giving a simple word, beautiful. You know this word beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. And can we make this word in another words? Yes, obviously. Beautiful is adjective. By adding ly, you can make it adverb. Beautifully. Can you make it a verb? Certainly. Beautify. Like the rose beautifies the area, or your presence beautifies our environment. This is another example. Okay, then can you make it another adjective? Yes, beautifying. Beautifying human character is very much important for us as a human. So these are some of the ways, you can always uh, turn one word into different words, like adjective, adverb, noun, verb, and another adjective. So if you learn one word today, try to find out these other similar words from the percentage. And obviously, write sentences. If you don't write sentences, it's much unlikely for you to remember it. It is an important matter for all of us to remember it, because we have learned something. If we don't remember it, how we are going to use it now? It's the biggest question. It's a challenge for you as a learner, that whenever and you learn a new word, you have to make sentences. But there sometimes it happens. We don't find the environment, or we don't find the suitable place where we can apply it. All right, guys, so that is the explanation of the vocabulary and how you can develop in a conversation. Raj, welcome. Guys, it says 12 words like, how can you remember the meaning of word? This is the matter of practice, Kaiser Hussein. As I said to you, you have to practice it a lot. Okay? Practice is the key factor, honestly, guys. If you ask any footballer, any cricketer, or any other successful person, they'll say that practice. And practice doesn't have any alternatives, There is no shorter method, quicker method, or any easy method other than practice. All right, so that is the explanation, of the question from Kaiser Ihsanullah. Dear viewers, welcome once again to my live stream about, test live through Restream. This is the first time, I'm just started sharing my live stream through Facebook as well as the YouTube. But can you guys please confirm that you can hear me? Hello, Iman. Welcome from Facebook. MD Fazlur Rahman, Najia Iman. I'm just reading your messages as well. Thank you very much for joining through the Facebook. Okay. So, dear viewers, if you have any questions or comments regarding English learning, it will be helpful for me. Yes, Ravi, practice makes everyone, not only men, including women, perfect. But we have to remember another matter. No one is perfect in this world. Very often when I, attend other natives' conversation or the grammar lesson, I see them, they also make mistakes. I've got an English white lady. She's not a teacher though. She always speaks like this. Oh, I know that you was coming the other day. She always uses like this, okay? But according to grammar, it should be you were coming. And they were coming. She always uses they was coming, you was coming. So this is another thing we need to be careful, Those she is an English white lady, but she very often uses like this type of conversation or expressions. So I'm very happy to see all the people who have joined from Facebook. And there is a question from MD Fazlur Rahman from Facebook. Is it possible to learn English using social media only? But that's very much unlikely. Okay, because if you need to learn your English language, English has four components, as you know: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Obviously, I don't know which part you are referring. If it is speaking, it is better to take some lessons or guidelines from a qualified and competent teacher. And on the Facebook, there are thousands of teachers, and you'll have the opportunity to compare. You'll have the opportunity to assess sometimes by listening to them, their conversation, because not all teachers are really competent and qualified teachers. Not all teachers are capable of teaching. Teaching English is very much important. You just ask this question yourself. If English learning were that much of easy, every American, every British would be an English teacher, but they're not. So for teaching, you need to have, relevant qualifications. You need to have relevant training. You need to have relevant expertise. And obviously, you need to have good presentation skill as well as motivation skill. And your fluency as well as a teacher, your pronunciation is important. Because when you're teaching publicly on a global platform, people will ask you your strength. People will ask you your criteria. How did you become a teacher? Why are you teaching here? Right? So these are some common factors, and you have to remember that only a competent and qualified teacher can show you, guide you, tell you how to be good in English language. Okay? Now, the next matter is that even though the best teacher can give you the instruction, teach you the lesson, and also advise you how to achieve your goal, who is going to practice? It's you. At the end of the day, it's you. As a teacher, I can tell you a lot of things. Or maybe an American teacher, American white teacher, British white teacher, an English teacher, Scottish teacher, Irish teacher, or Australian teacher, or a New Zealander or South African can advise you. At the end of the day, it depends on you. Totally you. It is you who can change yourself. It is you who can motivate yourself. Remember that. Whatever you learn from the teacher, it's high time for you to practice it, to develop yourself. Make a goal. Make a focus that you're going to learn something. Okay? Make a plan that you will follow this for the next 6 months or 1 year. I'm sure, guys, or ladies maybe, you all have been learning English, practicing English for quite a long time. But why you can't improve? That's the biggest question. Ask yourself, what are your difficulties? What is the problem? As soon as you find out the problem and difficulties, obviously, you're going to overcome it. Okay? As soon as you find out the problem and difficulties, obviously, you're going to overcome it. So these are some techniques and tips I'm just shared with you. Also, I'm going to give you some ideas how anyone can develop their English language to a better and next level. There are a few other people have joined. Hello, Samia, welcome. And thank you very much for coming. And Samia Kaiser Hussein, I think you guys are from the YouTube. And from the Facebook, Iman, Najia, and Fazlur Rahman. There are not many people who are watching, because they might be busy at the moment. But it doesn't matter as long as I can give some, explanation how anyone can be, good speaker. We have to bear in mind that English is a second language for you and for me as well. So find some suitable time. Find a practicing partner, speaking partner, I should say. So there are many, websites or many apps are here. I work for that app called Hello App, and I'm an English teacher there. If you're interested, you can join me there. So you can find a speaking partner easily from there. So we've got 1.7 million members around the world and more than 160 countries, which is amazing. And you can make a random call to unknown person, or if you have money, maybe you can find out a native teacher to talk. By speaking more with another person is the only way you can develop yourself. I remember that as for the first time speaking, you need to have the fluency. You need to know how to talk. You need to know how to make sentences. You need to know how to, present the sentence on time, on the right place. But for this, you need to know the basic grammar. Basic grammar is important. Though many teachers say that we don't need to learn grammar, which is really wrong. You need to learn basic grammar. Otherwise, you're not going to write a correct sentence. You're not going to speak correctly. Okay, and especially if you are, attending any English certificate exams like IELTS or TOEFL or CELTA or KT or PET or any other internationally equivalent exam, you need to have good knowledge about English grammar. Otherwise, you're not going to get good marks, and that is guaranteed. All right, guys. So after that, when you know the basic grammar, you know how to make sentences, you know how to present it. When you're talking, you don't have much time. See, you have to have that capacity and capability to connect those sentences, the correct sentence, within 2 to 3 seconds when you're on a conversation. Do you know what are the marking criteria for those exams? Pronunciation, accuracy, your intonation, cohesion, and obviously grammatical range, fluency. Okay, nobody bothers you what's your accent, but as long as your pronunciation is very good, because pronunciation is the thing that helps you presenting those words correctly. And obviously the IPA of the USA or the UK is almost similar, with the exception of a few things. The IPA, I mean to say International Phonetic Alphabets, or the pronunciation, those phoneme symbols are almost same. So it's better to have some good idea, when you like to have that expertise on English language. Remember that. The more you practice, the more you become confident, and you'll be always improving. Okay. Once again, thank you very much for my short notice of this morning, Saturday morning's live stream. I'm very happy to see all the people who have joined either from the YouTube or from the Facebook. And if you have any questions or comments, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to read it. Okay. If there isn't any question, I'm going to finish my live stream soon. And I'm planning to come on and off here to give some lessons and explain those things which are needed. One basic question always my learners ask: do I know good English? Do I can speak fluently? Why I don't sound like Native Americans and British? There may be a few reasons. Okay, first reason possibly that you're not following the connected speech rules, the articulation, natural articulation. Possibly you're not following the way they produce the sounds. Producing sound is very much important, and also have the connected speech. Because of the rule of connected speech, sometimes their words become different than what we think. And also when you're speaking, we don't stress all the words, because English language is a time-stressed language. You have to produce the words on the right time. It's like a music, it's like a rhythm. Okay, so guys, this is one of the important matter, but who can teach you this stressing technique, this pronunciation techniques? obviously a competent and qualified teacher can help you. Okay, and let me see who else. Hello, Nasima, welcome. Oh, Nasima, it was just a test live stream through YouTube and Facebook together. I was trying to find out how I can share in the Hello app. I have to sort it out somehow, you know. So still I'm not sure how I can do that. Okay, so few people joined from the Facebook and a few people joined from YouTube, which is really amazing for me for the first time. Okay, and once again, dear viewers, before I finish, my advice would be just focus on fluency at the beginning. Once you're fluent in English, now you have to focus on grammar, pronunciation, articulation, natural way of speaking, and those sounds. Obviously, you can develop yourself to the next level. And also, I teach IELTS privately, and many of my international students got a very good score. The high score which is obtained by one of my students was 8, and after that another student, 2 students got 7.5, and few students got 7, then 6.5 and 6. So if you have any questions or queries how you can join my lessons, write in the commenter section. I'll be happy to answer you back when I'm free. Remember that in order to join my lessons, year 1 communication is enough. When you start the communication, obviously you can start the communication lessons year 1. Okay, so thank you very much, guys and viewers and ladies, for joining me. Okay, there are a few people who have joined from the Facebook again. Hello, Lasima Cartel from YouTube, welcome. All right, so I'm going to finish my live stream now. Thank you very much once again for your presence, for your support, for your questions. You viewers are amazing, and without you, I'm nothing. Yes, grammar is the backbone, Nasima. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you later. You take care. Follow me, support me, follow me. Obviously, you're going to learn a lot of things in the future. Bye.